What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Courtyard Shenanigans with your boy Classy Ant. I am he is me. You already know it's Anthony. I'm excited about this episode. Once again, I'm excited about each episode that I've been doing this season, because these episodes have really been off the cuff, and this one is no different. I have a whole journal in there of episodes that I have episodes planned and what I'm going to talk about. But each week I have something different. It just comes to my mind, and everything is just off the cuff. So nevertheless, I'm going to push through like I always do, because that's what Anthony does. So I got to get with y'all and give y'all the classic tip of the week. And the classic tip of the week is simple, and I hope most of y'all do this anyways. Don't date people based off of looks. I feel like you need to date people based off of their personality and their character. Because this is my thing. You can date somebody who looks amazing, but you remember that saying? Think of the saying, acting ugly makes you ugly. So at the end of the day, date people based off of their character and personality. Now, don't date nobody ugly. I don't want to say anybody's ugly, because this is my thing. I like to date people off personality. You got to make me laugh. You got to be able to have a conversation with me. But I'm going to also make sure that you're not like ugly. I don't want to sound rude and say ugly, but you got to look good. You got to be like, on a scale of 1 to 10, you got to be at least a 6, 7.5. I don't really be thinking about looks. But that's the classic tip of the week. Base people off of their character. Date people based off of their character and their personality, because I just feel like that's people when they have a great personality and they have character, there's substance. At the end of the day, when you met me at 17, I'm not gonna look that way at 77. But the Anthony I was at 17, the same great personality, I'm still gonna have that same great personality and that same great, humorous side and loving side and compassionate side at 77. It's going to be better, if anything, because I'm going to be more seasoned, of course. So yeah, don't always go for looks, because looks are deceiving. Okay? Date off of personality and someone's character. Or that's what I think, at least, because I feel like people have more substance when they have a personality and when they have, a great character. But that's your classic tip of the week. I hope you take it and run with it. But let's go ahead and get into this courtyard, because the title of this week's episode is Set Apart. Alright, y'all, welcome to the courtyard. Now, like I told y'all, the title for this episode is Set Apart. This is like the past 2 episodes. I haven't had any notes. Everything is just off the cuff. So this one will be no different. And I just kept hearing, I guess, I don't know, I'm gonna say in my spirit or whatever, I just kept feeling and hearing the term set apart. Set apart. And the Bible speaks about being set apart so many times. Let's just jump to really quickly. Hold on. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 17. We're going to come from the New Living Translation. And it says, "Therefore come out from among unbelievers and separate yourselves from them, says the Lord. Do not touch their filthy things, and I will welcome you." And a lot of us sometimes wonder why we don't fit in. Sometimes a lot of us wonder why aren't people receiving me the way I think they should be receiving me. But it's because we are called by the good Lord above. And if I be honest, this past couple of, I'm getting all my life lessons in like my late 20s. Like, dang, I wish I would have had like these revelations like at the beginning of my 20s. But nevertheless, you're never too old, to learn anything. Not that I'm saying I'm old, but I'm just saying. So at 25, 24, 25, 26, I'm just learning so much. So it's kind of like I've been adjusted to one way of thinking, so now I'm having to learn how to, change my thought process. And when I feel like when you're set apart, you're never going to be comfortable in any situation. Like my mama said earlier, she said, you can go out and you can be with certain people, but in the back of your mind, God is always going to be back there. It's like you can go out here and let's say you go drink with somebody. You know not to get too crazy because God is in the back of your mind. They can get drunk. They can get crazy. They can do that. But in the back of your mind, you be like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I want to, but I can't. Because, God is still in the back of my mind, And, okay. I've been hearing the word set apart for the longest. And I when I think about it, I think I've been a person who I get along with pretty much any and everybody. I bounce from one group to another, and it's not, when I say bounce from one group from another, it's not like I'm falling out with one group and I go to another group. I mean, as in I can go talk to certain people and then I can be, finish talking with them and go to the next person. I could just bounce. I can just bounce around. I get along with everybody, but I never, to me, and this is just me, I never feel like I belong in it. Okay, like this past Saturday, I hung out with a couple of my coworkers. I hung out with two of my coworkers and my coworkers' friends. And I've hung out with them before. But this past Saturday, it was a little different for me. I felt, first of all, when I was with them, it was cool. It wasn't like it was anything different with them. It wasn't them. They weren't like being rude or anything. But with me, it was just like I kept feeling and sensing the word set apart. And yeah, I get along with them, and yeah, I can be as childish as childish and do this dumb things as well. But that it's not that it's not me, but it's different when I do it. It's just because it's like, I don't want to say it's not me, because it's not like I'm trying to fit in and do things, because I'm not the kind of person that does that. But at the end of the day, I felt like maybe almost like a wall, to the point to where I'm gonna watch this. Click. I don't want to see that. My bad, y'all. I almost felt like you just ever get a moment and you would just be like, why am I here? Like, this is not my life. I don't do that, And I was just like, this is not. I ain't gonna say this is not what I do, but it just wasn't what. I just didn't feel fulfilled. So I was out. I was there, but I really wasn't there. It was to a point to where I even put my music in. While everybody's in the car talking and laughing, I was just looking out the window and I was just like, bro, what's going on? I didn't want to seem weird, I had, forget all that. Not forget all that, but I didn't want to seem like weird. But I was just like, what is this? I was just, I don't know. I still can't explain it to this very moment. Because it was just not even a week ago. It was Saturday night. But it was just like, we went out, we went to the mall, drove around, did different things. But I just kept feeling, and as the day went on, sensing and hearing, set apart. And when you are called by God to do something greater than what you are doing, you're never really going to be satisfied. I'm not even going to say satisfied. You're never really going to feel, to me, I feel like you're never going to feel like you belong, And it's not even that people are even trying to make you feel like you don't belong, because people can do that, but it's just something. It's something on the inside. It's something on the inside that's just like, that's not you. I ain't call you to do that. I mean, you can hang out with them, but I ain't call you to do that. I didn't call you to do this. I didn't call you to do that. I didn't say, no, this is what I said, dude. And I feel like when you're set apart, you just have to be okay with not completely fitting in. It's not saying that people are I'm not saying that people aren't going to like you. Because there's people who will really enjoy your company. Like me, I'm just speaking on me. I'm not trying to sound, arrogant, or it make everything about me. This is my podcast, so I'm just giving an example through me, because this is what I'm going through. I have plenty of people who want to hang out with me. I have plenty of people who just love my company and say how much I love them. They say how much they love me, how much they appreciate me, how I make their day better. I really do appreciate when people say that. And it's not the people. I'm just, I don't want to say a different level, because I don't want to sound arrogant. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to say I'm on a different level. I'm going to say we're on two different levels. Not saying that I'm higher than them or that they're higher than me. We're just in two different levels. We're on two different wavelengths in our life. So it's never going to be like we're cool and we enjoy each other, but it's never going to be like a moment of or an instance to where we're just we see each other. I've never really had that with anybody. And if I have, then okay, I have some people in my life to where I was like that with them, but then God shifted me, and I had to go to another level of elevation, another level of maturity, and another level of growth, and they didn't have that. So now I can't see them anymore. We're still cool, but it's not the same as it was in 2018, 2017, 2016, because things started to turn around and change in 2022 and in 2023. So, I'm set apart from them too. Sadly, people are here for a reason and a season. Sometimes people are just meant to be here in your life for 3 months. Not 3 months plus another 5 months, just 3 months. And we have to be okay with that. We really do. I'm tired of these trucks driving by. I know that. I need them to set apart from this house so I can do my podcast, okay? But anywho, it's really hard, to be honest, being set apart, because I'm not going to say I want to fit in, but I just want to feel like, and this is my podcast, I just want to feel like, okay, I got me a group. I don't need a group, but I got me a friend. I got me a group. I'm good. We chilling. But for the most part, that doesn't really happen for me. I want to say not for me, because a lot of times I know that I can be a person who, I'm not going to say overbearing, but I know my personality is a lot. So either a lot of people can't take it because they get annoyed by it, or sadly, a lot of people get maybe intimidated or maybe even jealous by it. And like I said, I'm not being arrogant. This is just out of experience, y'all. And it's not even that I'm the one to even notice the jealousy or the intimidation. It would be something that multiple people would come and say to me, and I'll just blow it off. And then after a while, or if I look back on it, I'll be like, you know what? Those were the signs of intimidation. Those were the sign of jealousy. Those were the signs of them always trying to one-up me. So this is why I'm giving that example. Sometimes I deal with that. I don't want to compete with my friends. If you my friend and we competing, then we're not friends. I'm not even going to say we're just in competition with each other, because you're in competition with me. I'm not in competition with you. I just want to be your friend. I just want us to be chill and cool. But in the back of your mind, you see me as competition, then clearly we're not as friendly or as close as I thought we were. So now I got to treat you differently. Now I got to set myself apart from you. Now that's a word for somebody out here. When you set apart, you're not going to feel comfortable at that job. You're never going to be satisfied at that job, because them people are never going to give you the props that you deserve anyways. They're going to try to tear you down. They're not going to have anything positive to say. You can do good all you want. You can do amazing anything that you do, but they never going to give you the props, because they see something in you that you don't even see in yourself. It's something on the inside. It's something on the inside. It is something on the inside. Oh, I felt that. It's something on the inside. It's something there on the inside. If you just be you, forget them. You don't got to get props from people. The greatest reward, and although it may seem different, or not even gonna be, I ain't gonna say that, although it may seem a little crazy, I feel like the greatest reward is to be set apart. Because God What he say? He left the 99 to save the one. You're that one. I'm that one that he saved. I'm glad I was set apart from the other 99. I'm glad you came and got me. I feel like it is a compliment. God made the mountains, the sky, the trees, the dirt, the grass, these beautiful oceans and lakes and rivers. And he created you and set you apart. That right there is an honor. Although I do get a little frustrated when I don't find myself, because it's not like I click with everybody, but it's different. That's how you know it's a God thing. When you know what it is, but you don't know what it is. It's almost like no, because no. I'm not going to say that. It's almost like I can't explain it, but I can explain it thing, if that makes sense. And I click with everyone, but I click with people, but it's like it's almost like a puzzle. A piece to a puzzle that works, but I can't even explain it. I'm not even gonna try to explain it. I'm not, but I hope y'all catch my drift. And that's how it is. Like, I have different people that I talk to at work, outside of work, people that I went to school with, and I don't even want to say the black sheep, but I just feel different around them because I don't do the things that they may do, and if I do, it don't feel right in my spirit. Although I'm having fun while I go out and I drink some alcohol, because let's be real, I'm 26, I'm young. I go out and I drink with my friends. That's just whatever. I'm not smoking or anything. I'm not doing crack or anything, you know. But at the end of the day, I go out and I drink. If I go out on the weekends and I'm hanging out with my homeboys or whoever, I'm drinking alcohol. That's what we do. We chill. We drink. I ain't like. It ain't like I'm drinking and driving, okay? You know, so at the end of the day, I'm being responsible, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I know I really shouldn't be doing this, or I know I shouldn't be doing it as much, but I'm doing it. And the thing is, they don't care. And that's the thing. They don't care, but you do. And I don't know. This past weekend was really, actually this past July was a really good month for me. I stepped out of my comfort zone. I became cool and close with people that a year ago I would have never imagined even giving them a hello. Like, it was really, what's the word? It was almost like it wasn't a twilight zone, because that was the good thing, that I'm talking and conversing with people that I never even imagined that I would even talk and converse with. I went out with these people and partied with them, you know. So I reconnected with, you know, an old friend that I wanted to apologize to, and we're still cool to this very moment. I just texted him actually a funny video about 2 hours ago. You know, it was just, a lot of things happen even with, you know, close friendships. People show to be another side of them. And although we're good, I was just really thrown off by it. This is my podcast. I was thrown off by it. So I'm still, what is the word? Processing certain things with certain people. And then just for me, like the last couple of days of July, to hang out on that Saturday and feel like almost like a wall, I was just like, what is this shift? What is this? I know I'm set apart, but I didn't feel this way back in June when I hung out with these people. But then things started to shift and things started to turn in July, month number 7. I don't know what the shift is. I don't know what it was, but a lot of things I seen a lot of people. I think that's what it is. I seen a lot of people in a different light, and the people who I thought was a one way was the complete opposite. And the people who I thought maybe wouldn't disappoint me, disappointed me. And it's crazy how things just turn like that. And although I can't forgive, you can never forget. It's hard to forget, but I can definitely forgive. and let it go. And the thing about being set apart is, when you're set apart, you have a lot of time just to be a fly on the wall and just observe everything. So a lot of stuff throws you off because you see things on people that you really don't want to see. It's kind of like you say you this and you say you that, but that is not what I'm getting at all. What is this behind you that I'm seeing? What is this? What is this on the inside that I'm seeing? It's something on the inside of you that is not matching up with what you're saying. You say you this and you say that, but I'm seeing something totally different. You have a lot of time to observe people, to observe their actions, to see if they're genuine or not. So a lot of times it's also, when you're set apart, you see people for who they are sometimes. That discernment kicks in. Because I told you it's a gift from God. It's good to be set apart, I feel like. I know it's good to be set apart. Because God is saving you and preserving you for a specific time in a specific season. I like that. So, I feel like I know it's an amazing thing to be set apart, although it's hard. But back to what I was saying, when you're set apart and you have a lot of time to be alone sometimes, you see things and you notice things and you observe things. So when people try to come at you, it's almost like you have to act like you don't see it. Like, I really don't want to touch you, but I'm gonna say what's up. I'm gonna give you a hug. I'm gonna give you a fist bump. I'm gonna shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be cool. And I'm not saying that this is, well, it has happened to me, but it happens all the time. Even when I think back in high school, because I was cool with a lot of people in high school, but I still really found myself in solitude at times. Sometimes I found myself not even wanting to be around people. Sometimes I'll just put my music in and walk to the next block or walk to lunch and meet my friends in the lunchroom. And I would see things and back then I guess I just didn't know what it was. But I'll be like, this person ain't this person ain't that. You said who did that? Who said that? They said they do what? They like what? No, they don't. I know for a fact they don't. And guess what? Things will come out and things will happen. I'll be like, I told you. I don't know why I had to shock. I told you this June 21st, 2013. And now it's October 23rd, 2013. You didn't want to listen. But I told you this 4 months ago. Now, next, So it still happens to this day. And people going to think you crazy. But it's all right. Let them think you crazy. God knows you not. God knows you are not crazy. You're not crazy. That's just God giving you information and giving you revelation and giving you downloads on things that you need to know. So you're not crazy for thinking what you're thinking. That's just God helping you. If the people think you're crazy, so be it. What did Jesus say? Remember, they hated me first. So they gonna hate you too. Remember, they hated Jesus first, so it really don't matter. You're not above Jesus, so they definitely gonna hate you too. None of us are above Jesus. None of us. Hello. I know I'm not. So at the end of the day, you are, as a person that's set apart, you are really going to see things for what they really are. And it is your responsibility to still grant people grace, to give them a hug, smile in their face, and dap them up and keep it pushing. Because that's just the kind of person I am. I'm the person that gives people the benefit of the doubt. And although they still irritate me and disappoint me at times, I'm just like, I can't be the person that give up for somebody. And and this is the thing that bothers me. As much as I want to be mad at somebody, go off on somebody, or just be done with somebody, if I do it, I feel bad. They could have, spat in my face or something. I'm not even gonna say spat in my face, because you spit in my face, that's a problem. But they could have drugged my name through the mud, and somebody could have came back and told me. And it actually, and I'm gonna be honest, it just really would be hard for me to go in on them, because at the end of the day, I would feel bad because I know how disrespectful I can get. So, you just have to show grace to people and let people think what they want to think about you. At the end of the day, you just got to know who you are through Christ. And if nobody likes it, who cares? Seriously, who cares? Because half of these people don't even half of these people up here don't even like themselves, if we being honest. So it don't matter if they don't like you or whatever you have to say or think. These people don't even like them. They don't even like looking in the mirror at themselves because they don't like themselves. Hello. So that's not even give people, we give people too much power over us and too much dominion over us and over our emotions and our feelings. I know I sure do. And I'm learning to stop doing that. I literally had to tell myself 2 weeks ago at work, I said, Anthony, shut up. Do not even get mad over that. That is nothing. And it literally calmed me down. I was standing up at work, doing my job, and I was finna get mad because I think a lot. I'm an overthinker. And I was doing my job. I was standing up, doing my job. And something ran across my mind, and I literally felt like I was turning red. And I was like, Anthony, shut up. Don't even focus on that right now. Don't even think about that. Let that go. And it literally made me feel better, So I think a lot of times we have to do that. Because, I feel like when you're set apart, you do have a lot of time to think. You definitely have a lot of time to think. So you start to overthink. So, you also just have to, be mindful of what your mind wanders on and what you think about. Definitely. And just remember who you are. Forget what people say. Forget what people think. Just be you. Don't give people too much power over you. And, it's okay to be alone. I'm trying my best to learn. The thing is, before 2022, I was okay with being in my lonesome. I was okay with just sitting in the house on a Saturday, turning on some wrestling, ordering some off DoorDash and chilling. But now it's hard for me to do that. But I enjoy going out. I enjoy going out with Frank, Cal, and Frank's crazy, and I do mean crazy friends. They all cool. I be having a good time with them. I'm not gonna front. I be laughing. I'm used to being the ignorant one, but Frank's friend JJ, boy, takes the cake. Man, ain't got no filter, But I'm not gonna say anyways, nevertheless, it's okay to be alone. It really is. And when you're set apart, you're just gonna have to be okay with that, and just know that people are just here for a reason and a season. And I feel like you'll really know. Like, I have somebody around. I have a couple people around where I'm like, okay, yeah, we see each other. We see each other. We good. We are good. We good. Like, you my dog for real. Like, we good. And then there's some people you be like, okay, you cool. I don't know how long you're gonna be here, but I'm gonna enjoy you while you're here, and I'm gonna help you with what you need help with while you're here. You're gonna walk away feeling better about yourself. You're gonna walk away with your head up instead of your head low. You're gonna walk away with some good advice. You're gonna walk away with some confidence. I'm gonna help build you up. So even if you want to turn your back on me in a couple months or years or whatever, at least I know, well, hey, I helped you with something in life. And then God will deal with you however. The thing is, you cannot mishandle God's people. Nothing goes unnoticed by God. So you may be thinking you walking around here living good and living good and getting money, living rich and stuff. But trust and believe, God sees it. The conversations that I cannot hear, God can. And sometimes He says them to me. I always tell people, listen, you ain't got to tell me the conversation. You can keep on doing all that talking. Because at the end of the day, God is going to relay that conversation to me in my sleep. Because God speaks to me in my sleep for real. God talks to me in my dreams for real. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's God. That's God. That ain't no Benadryl dream. That's the Lord. That ain't no sleep aid dream. That was the Lord. So you have to be careful how y'all mishandle God's people, because a lot of times God's people know what you're saying and thinking about them. So be mindful of what you say behind God's people behind your back, because they already know. They've been on tip. They already know that. They already know that you're trying to get rid of them. They already know that you really don't like them. They already know that you're plotting behind their back. But I seen this post, and And it said it's not it's not the slick in you, it's the God in me. So just because I'm keeping my mouth shut don't mean I don't know. It's just the good Lord telling me, I got you. You're going to be all right. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and you're going to prevail. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about the situation. Just keep on doing you and doing right, and you are going to be all right. That's for somebody, because I know for sure it was for me. It's not the slick in you, it's the God in me. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut, even though it's hard. Keeping my mouth shut, it's very hard. I'm going to do it because I don't want to mess up anything that the good Lord has for me. So guess what? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to stay set apart. And I'm going to continue to, show grace and, be me. And if I feel out of place, then I know it's time for me to move. Saturday was just really the whole month of July was really an opener for me hanging out with people that I just would have never even imagined that I would have been hanging out with and partying with, to me reconnecting with an old friend and apologizing and actually having a conversation with them. Like I ain't gonna say they checked me, but I'm not even gonna tell you what the conversation is about. This is nothing like crazy, but I joke a lot, and they got offended by it. So I was like, wait a minute, you serious up in this joint? I was just playing. And then they let me know how they felt. So I was like, you know what? I'll apologize, because I don't ever want you to think I'm that kind of person. So I apologize. I thought you knew that I'd just be joking. So I'm glad that person is back in my life, because they're helping me with certain things. So people are like, oh, don't let nobody change you. It's not about letting nobody change you, but it's about, if I offend you, let me know. Because if I offend you, that means I'm offending other people. Other people might not just be able to speak up, but at least they can. So thank you for letting me know. Thank you for giving me, I'm not going to say you checked me, but thank you for I'm not even going to say you put me in line. But thank you for helping me understand that the stuff that I was saying I knew it was offensive. But thank you for letting me know that it offended you. Because now I know how to talk to you, and I know what to say around other people. I do need to learn how to control my tongue. So between that person coming back into my life, me partying and actually like being cool with people I would never thought I was going to be cool with, and then, what happened this past Saturday with me hanging out with them, and I just felt I felt like I was in a box. Like I was in the car, but I was like in the box that turned me invisible almost. Not that they were ignoring me. It just, I don't know. I just felt set apart in the passenger seat, But at the end of the day, I'm going to take all of that with grace. Continue to do what I feel like I'm called to do. Sit up here on this podcast, give y'all a good word. And, be humble. Be humble. That's another classy tip of the week, is be humble. Be humble. Because just as quick as God gave it to you, He can take it away just as quick. He can take it away quicker. So be humble. It's all right to be set apart. That's God preserving you. Let Him preserve you. Some of these people out here doing what they want to do, and they ain't preserved. They old, they dust. I ain't gonna say they old and dusty, but they not as fresh as you are. You ain't fresh as I'm is. I like that sound. I might just say that when I get done to this podcast, But with that being said, I really hope y'all like this episode. I kind of feel like I was everywhere. I never really be confident in my episodes at the end, and then people be like, oh, I love this episode, it was so good, like you really helped me, you was saying what I was thinking. So that gives me a boost, but I'm just never like confident when my episodes come. I always ask people, how did I do? Was it good? Did you like it? Like, scale of 1 to 10, what you think? I'm that kind of person. I'm just I critique myself because I just want people to feel hit and touched. So when I have people like my coworker Crystal come up to me and give me a hug, and she just loves my episodes, it just boosts me. When my mama likes it, when my coworker Lupe, like it just really makes me feel good. When Cal says it's good, it just makes me feel good. And Brittany, everybody who just gives me compliments, I just love it, because I just want my podcast to help people and to make people feel good and to be confident and know that you're not the only one going through what you're going through. You know, I'm going to speak for you. I'm going to wow. I'm going to be the voice for the voiceless. And with that being said, thank y'all for listening to my podcast. My Cash App is Classy Ant 1997. If you even want to send me $1, just send that, because I'm kind of craving some hot fries right now. And I will see y'all next week. Toodaloo. Skedaddle. Skadoosh.